US, online video ad spending can be expected to double its share of the digital advertising market from 7.9% in 2012 to 15% in 2016, according to data from eMarketer. This year alone, online video ad spending in the US will increase by 55%. Up next on the show, we discuss South Africa's online video trends, challenges and opportunities with Diane Charton, Managing Director at Acceleration Media, who joins us now from our studios in Cape Town. Welcome to you, Diane. I've just thrown out a whole lot of numbers in the US, but let's look at the South African situation. How does South Africa fare when looking at the US?
Well, we're seeing an absolute growth in the numbers from a digital marketing perspective on a whole, and people coming into the online space. And with this, we're seeing that our behaviors are mapping those that we're seeing internationally, that people are utilizing video content as a way of sharing their stories, viewing news, sport, music, videos, online content, entertainment, and it's a really exciting space to be in right now.
So obviously video is becoming more and more prevalent at this stage.
Yeah, we are. You know, we see, look, from a global perspective, you know, there's 72 hours of video uploaded to YouTube every single minute. So there's an incredible amount of content that's being created and shared amongst people. And we're seeing this across the spectrum. And, you know, people are accessing that information and sharing it and really using it as a way to connect with each other online. It's the explosion of the social media space, and with it, the explosion of that rich formatting that we get from video.
Let's look at the costing when compared to television. When you take your product and you want to market it online rather than television, how do the costs compare?
Well, you know, you can't really compare because, you know, with the broadcast medium, it's very different as to this, which is seen more as a one-on-one, one-to-one medium. You know, we see people using it very, very effectively. The creation of the content, you know, if you're still creating content for TV, I think it's an awesome opportunity to be able to supplement it with online with an online video format. There's no cost to upload it to YouTube, and we're seeing a lot of people using that very effectively. Yes, within the YouTube arena and promoting it online, there's massive opportunities, but the costs don't even compare to what you would pay on traditional broadcasting on your TV platforms.
The costs don't compare, but how does one actually go about monetizing online video?
Well, I think one of the biggest ways to do it is to be monitoring exactly what is happening. So like I said, you know, YouTube, you can upload it without any cost. But then what you would do is you'd look at how you're going to promote it. We're seeing within YouTube some incredible opportunities to share and get additional content out there. You know, and Google in South Africa have launched TrueView, which is you only pay once your video is actually being viewed. So that's an incredibly cheap way of making sure that what you're actually wanting to put out, people are actually viewing, and you're doing it in a paid sense.
Let's look at the trends in terms of online marketing at this stage. What kind of trends are you seeing coming through?
Look, we're seeing a massive explosion and proliferation of growth. The search marketing still continues to grow. It's where people are finding content online, from everything to where they need to be, to where they should be traveling, to what insurance they should be buying. People are using search as a strong way to help them access information. Also, the explosion of the social media realm has shown that it's not a fad. It's not going away. It's continuing to grow, and it's becoming more and more important to businesses out there.
Talking about businesses, we know that Nandos and as well as Santam have taken very well to this online video thing with their adverts. How are other South African companies taking to it, or are they still taking forever to actually get to realize what's actually going on online?
Yeah, I think we're seeing a couple of pockets of people that are using it very effectively. You know, you talk about Nandos and Santam, and I think everybody knows about that. We also see FNB using it very strategically in some of the positioning that they've been using, and I think they've been doing some very exciting stuff on a whole within the advertising space. And I think that we're starting to see, as more and more people become aware of it, and as more and more people are exposed to what it can actually offer them, that we're seeing a greater migration into the online space. I don't think they're not doing it in lieu of what they're doing in their traditional. They're using it to complement, and usually often as a different way to connect with people as in their traditional marketing.
You talk about traditional marketing, which is, if I could add, it's a TV. People are always talking about TV within the next few decades will be out with online market or on the online video space taking over. When you look at that, is this the end of TV?
You know what, I think that we're actually going to see the two come closer to each other. I think we're starting to see TVs that have got access to online. You've got online viewership that's starting to really closely follow that of TV. And I think what we're actually going to see is the two coming closer together. So I don't necessarily think it's one or the other, but I think that we're going to see that the two are going to be working much closer hand in hand, and we're not going to be viewing them as completely separate channels anymore. We're going to be looking and saying, how do we get audio-visual content across to somebody? How do we share this information in an audio-visual manner? And I think that what we'll actually see is the two being used very much in tandem.